Saturday night.
In a first half dominated by Green Bay. Packers 21, Bears 3.
We don't like that score at halftime. Nobody does. And yet this is a great opportunity for us to turn this thing around into a game that we'll never forget. And that's what they did.
And it is 27-24. Got to go down and score again.
The only option we had was to win the effing game.
Caleb with a throw down the left sideline. Touchdown. Bears now have a 4-point lead.
The season on the line. Looking around, still looking. He throws left side of the end zone.
Game is over. Game is over. The Bears are going to the divisional round, baby.
What a comeback Saturday night. Another collapse for the Packers. And so the question is, what does it mean for the future of Green Bay? It was their third loss this year when leading by double digits in the final 5 minutes. That's the most losses by any team in a single season since the merger. There's been a great deal of criticism, and I think justifiably so, of some of the ways that game was coached by Green Bay in the second half, allowing the Bears to come back and win, and a bitter defeat for Green Bay. And if you were just joining us, Schefter, with the very latest on the speculation/future around Matt LaFleur.
Look, he is headed into the last year of his contract, and I think Green Bay does not want him headed into the last year of his contract. He doesn't want to be headed into the last year of his contract. So how do both sides handle that? Well, they are now expected, as I'm told this morning, to try to work out an extension. Whether they do or don't, that's a whole separate question. But they're going to try to work this out here today, tomorrow, get clarity moving forward. But that's the latest in this morning. Like, people waiting to see, oh, are they going to fire him? No, that's not happening. They're trying to work out an extension.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, to me, Schefter, reading, the tea leaves here a little bit, basically, they're sending a message to the entire league that, oh, by the way, if you want our head coach, you're going to have to trade for him. All right? We're not just going to can him. So I think that message is out there also for that for that reason.
It's an interesting thing. We've seen the trading of coaches in the past, and so now you look back on it and you say to yourself, the Ravens decided to fire John Harbaugh. Every team in the league seems to want John Harbaugh. So the Ravens just threw an asset out, a terrible way to put it. Just let an asset walk out the door rather than trying to get something back. So if you are the Packers, and because you immediately said to me yesterday, if Matt LaFleur were available, he would have this team and that team and this team and that team. He would immediately vault to the top of a lot of lists. It does make sense to me if you were the Packers. Rather than firing him, why wouldn't you get some compensation?
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense. My thought goes to, one, the game. And the fact that that's a historical collapse.
Oh.
Historical, and it's hard to fathom because there wasn't that one moment, and so that game happens, and there's not going to be there's no change, there's no something that's going on in Green Bay, and I think the world of Matt LaFleur. He's one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. It's indisputable. And then also in the NFL, if the coach is great and the organization wants to keep you, it's not hard. So, Schefter, and I want to phrase this properly. When you're saying that they would like to try to figure out a deal, it ain't that hard.
Well, we said that, right?
If you both if the coach wants to be here and the organization wants to coach.
We could put the numbers on the table right now, and amongst this group, we could have this deal done by the top of the hour.
That's easy.
Okay?
Right.
It shouldn't be that hard. So they're going through what they're going through, and either they're going to be able to get it done today, tomorrow, or they're not. And if they're not, then we go back to what Rex is saying, then maybe you're holding out leverage. And I can tell you this I can tell you, there are enough teams out there interested in Matt LaFleur that they're waiting to see what happens with him because any one of them would be interested
and rightfully so.
in hiring and paying him.
And I'll say this, if you're the Packers and you decide to not work out a deal with Matt LaFleur, there's only one coach that you can justify that decision for, and that would be John Harbaugh. And that would be the only one. Other than that, there's no other coach that you can sit there and reason, oh, well, we decided not to keep LaFleur, but we hired X. No. LaFleur's too good of a coach to do that.
I 100% agree with that. I mean, because LaFleur is outstanding.
Great coach.
But sometimes his clock management isn't exactly razor sharp. And when you're coming off a timeout and you have a delay of game penalty, that was horrendous, and some of the other clock decisions were awful as well. So he's not without some kind of warts, but I think he's a tremendous
Let me
coach.
get D. Wood in the conversation. Do you believe it's time for some sort of change of that magnitude in Green Bay?
I do, and I agree with everything what everyone said. I think Matt LaFleur is an outstanding coach, but again, you brought it up. When you have an asset out there on the market, and you're the Green Bay Packers, and you have one of the most talented rosters in the league, one of the youngest rosters in the league, you have to think, man, we need something to get us over the top.
We'll see what they wind up doing. We have much more on the Bears side of this game as we continue. By the way, our next TG